Here we're going to square a binomial. So if we have the binomial x plus 2 squared. What that means is we're going to take x plus 2 times it by itself. Now, to find this product, we can use our word FOIL to help us keep track of our products. X times x is x squared. X times 2 is plus 2x. 2 times x is another 2x. And finally, 2 times 2 is 4. Combining like terms, you'll have x squared plus 4x plus 4. Now let's look at some patterns here. First of all, we notice our outer and the inner terms are the same. They do not cancel. The first term, x squared, is a perfect square. 4 is a perfect square. What about this middle term here? How do we get that? Well, if you take your two terms in the binomial, take 2x, multiply them, and then double it, we end up with 4x. There's our middle term. The sign in the binomial is positive, so the sign in front of the middle term is positive. The sign in front of the last term will always be positive. Next example, 2x plus 3 squared. That means we're taking 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3. Here's our word FOIL again to help us keep track of our products. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times 3 is plus 6x. 3 times 2x is another plus 6x. And finally, 3 times 3 is 9. Combining like terms, 4x squared plus 12x plus 9. So again, the first term of this trinomial is a perfect square. The last term is a perfect square. We have this middle term, 12x. How do we get that? Go back to your binomial and take 2x times 3 for 6x, and then double it. You end up with 12x. There's that middle term. The sign in the binomial is positive. The sign in front of the middle term is positive. The sign in front of the last term will always be positive. Let's look at multiplying a binomial. That's a difference. So we can take 3x minus 1 squared, which means we have 3x minus 1 times 3x minus 1. Use your FOIL to keep track of products. 3x times 3x, 9x squared. 3x times negative 1 is negative 3x. Negative 1 times 3x is negative 3x. Negative 1 times negative 1 is now positive 1. So we end up with 9x squared minus 6x plus 1. Again, first term of the trinomial is a perfect square. Last term is a perfect square. How do we get this middle term? Well, again, you're taking the product of the two terms in the binomial, 3 times x is 3x, and then double it for 6x. Okay. We have a minus sign in the binomial, so we'll have a minus sign in front of the middle term. This last term will always be positive. The result are perfect square trinomials. And if you look at the patterns here, the formulas and the patterns, we'll see when you square a binomial with a plus sign, you're going to have a plus sign in front of the middle term, minus sign for the binomial, minus sign in the middle term. You're going to end up with perfect square. First and third term, middle term is twice the product of the binomial.